It's part 6 of our interview with former Boston guitarist Barry Goudreau. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Let's hypothetically say you got that call to go back. I know why you said you couldn't, but if a call came, would you go back to that band?
At this point, I don't think so. No.
Too much water under the bridge.
Yeah, obviously the circumstances of it would dictate that, but honestly, I don't see that happening.
Slayer Wine asks, was Tom tough to work with?
Well, in the studio, no. In the studio, not at all. But out live, playing live, yeah, it was difficult. He's a real perfectionist, and he knew exactly what he wanted, and it was tough sometimes. And I think people that have worked with him since have had the same story. But he likes perfection. He wants everything to be right. So got a point.
Okay, top 3 things you learned from Tom. This is from Andre Allure.
This is going to seem kind of strange, but the scientific method. Tom went to school for engineering, electrical engineering, and he had a very focused way of doing things, and I picked up on that, and that was very powerful, actually.
Why did Sib come in? Why didn't they go? Is it Jim Mastia? What is it? Mastia? How do you say that?
Mastia. Yeah, he played on all the demos, and by the time the record label had shown interest in the demo, Jim had an interest in playing keyboards. He was totally wrapped up in playing keyboards, and he had been working with Tom for years and years. Not making any money, not having any real success with it, and by the time the record label got involved and we were going to do a showcase, they decided that they wanted to bring another drummer in. And, Sebastian and I have known each other since we were 15. I had played in bands with them all through. So he was the guy that I wanted to pull in. And as it turns out, we did the showcase for the record label, and we hired a drummer to do that. Dave Currier was his name. And he was like the local hotshot guy, super drummer, giant drum set and all the equipment and stuff. And he did a really good job, but all he was interested in was the drum solo. When's the drum solo? I got to have a long drum solo. And that wasn't really what the band was about, So he didn't last very long. And the ironic thing is Sib was at the showcase. There was only like a handful of people, the 2 record execs, Sib, and I think somebody from the venue. And he ended up taking over the spot and being our drummer.
Old Number 7, another great driving song. Love the drums on that in the beginning. Yeah, rock on. It gets you going. Tell me about that one.
Well, this is kind of funny the way this came together. When I'm writing music, I usually use my telephone. And if you take a note, it'll just add a number to it if you don't, give it a title. So it just came up as number 7. So, when Brian was working on lyrics, he said, okay, this is number 7. And he started working lyrics around that. And of course, Old Number 7 is Jack Daniels. So, okay, it's a drinking song.
We'll have more of our interview with Barry Goudreau coming up in a few days. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. This is John Beaudin from Rock History Music.